everybody. Hey, everybody. I am so glad to be back at lunchtime with Anna. I am here with George Pheonix Bonds. I'm going to tell you guys about him. Give me a minute. So, I announcements. We have a rally coming up with human rights activists. This is in the state of Georgia. Let me read to you guys out of the flyer. I don't want to give you guys wrong info. So it'll be a parole reform activist meeting. This will be on Wednesday, September 7th between 9:30 and 5. My organization, We See You, along with a lot of other organizations will be there. Expect media and other people to be there. My personal fight is lifers. I work tirelessly along with my organization to make sure that we work, because if you've done your case plan, like they tell you to do in prison, before, when you get locked up, if you don't have recent DRs, if you don't have violent DRs, I have some clients who have no DRs. I have 3 on my roster from the state of Georgia that have no DRs, and they're not being paroled, and keep getting set off an offset date of a year, 3 years, or whatever. So let's turn around and try, right, to make it there. I'm calling for any of my clients, for their family, to please meet with me, meet with my staff. I will have another staff member who is available, and she will be speaking on behalf of We See You Human Justice Organization, because I'm more concerned with speaking with parole, and I want to get answers. So if aside from that, we're working on a movie for Maurice Navarro Brooks with King Darius Productions. Shout out to the entire staff of King Darius Productions. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. If you don't know the story of Maurice Navarro Brooks, he had a sentence for 226 years. They robbed some banks in the 90s. Another case of an 18 or 19-year-old that committed crimes. And not saying that what you did is right, but does the crime fit the time? And that's why I fight for our clients the way that I fight, because the truth is, does the crime fit the time? So we have, on a different note here, everybody that knows Lunchtime with Anna knows Anna loves her R&B, okay? R&B is the bomb. Okay, so I get a call, and I'm not going to say her name. Somebody I love dearly, and we collaborate together with a few artists from the label. They distribute through Sony, and it's IndieInk, right? I always confuse
IndieInk. Yes, right.
And I absolutely love this entire crew that she's got in there. They got some pretty awesome performers. I heard a little bit of your background, but I'd like to get some more. So if you could go ahead and tell me about who George is. I want to hear all about it. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to type them in, and you can go ahead. I'm going to leave you the floor, and as I see a question fit, I'm going to interrupt you and ask some questions. And thank you for taking out of your busy time, because I see you're at work, for coming in on Lunchtime with Anna and interviewing with me.
That's not a problem. I'm more than happy to be here. It's George Pheonix Bonds. Born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. Been in the music business for probably about 9 years. I recently partnered, honestly, I would like to say, with the last 5 of that 9 years, I worked personally with Miss Marlene Palumbo. I always mess up her last name. I want to get it right. I'm so sorry.
You say it better than me. I say Palumbo.
Yeah, I said Palumbo, yeah.
I hope Marlene, shout out. I hope I didn't mess up your name.
Don't get me. She's an amazing person. She worked with me personally for the last 5 years, helped me build my style, helped mold me into the artist that I am. And she never gave up on me. I had a little rough time at first, and I took some personal time to myself and made myself better as an artist. And she helped me right along the way and then coached me right along the way to get me to this point where I'm at now.
And so I did hear a little bit about that, but I didn't want to ask, right? Because I didn't want to jump the gun or ask something I wasn't supposed to ask. So, is Marlene a little bit rough when she's like, listen, you got to go back and you got to fix this. You got to fix that. You said 5 of those 9 years. She was like,
Good.
you got to, but if you look at the lineup of artists that she has Prana Songbird. Prana is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love Prana and Eric. Shout out to them. Love Song and Power, Cast Crew.
Yeah.
She's an incredible singer. So if you're looking at people on those calibers,
Yeah.
how was that for you?
Man, this first of all, when I got the call, she was like, I'll be honored to work with you. And I just like I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like I said, you know what, this is because this is the only company I wanted to work with. And then being backed by Sony Orchard and working with IndieInk is I felt like that was home for me. Like that's where I wanted to be at. And the thing about her, honestly, her honesty is what makes you better. Honestly.
Absolutely.
So that was a play on words a little bit too. Her honesty makes you better because it's like if you go to a restaurant, I'll give you a quick scenario. You go to a restaurant and they bring your food out and it's half done. You're not going to eat that.
Absolutely.
So if you're in the business of making music and it's just not quite finished, you gotta fix it. You know what I mean? So you can't be able to market something and sell something that's not finished or the product is not ready. This is one and the same. So it made me work harder and it made me bring out another layer of music that I didn't even know I had. So with the first single that we put out was Why Can't You? And I think it's at 139,000 streams or something like that. It just took off. You know what I mean? So it was the push, that turned into the drive, and then the drive turned into success.
So let me ask you a question. Is there any way that I can play that now? Can you tell me where I can find it?
Okay, yeah, sure. You can go. Do you have Spotify?
I think so. I'm looking here on my device real quick.
Or
I got it on. Yes, I do have Spotify. I forgot. I do have it because I put Prana on it, and it would play every time my GPS, my maps, Google Map. I'd be like, how do I keep getting Prana on here? But I guess for whatever reason, it does that. Spotify.
Yeah. Shout out to Spotify, man. They really support me in a big way, man.
That's awesome.
I love Spotify. It's George Pheonix Bonds, and the song title is Why Can't You?
George Pheonix. Okay, you came right up.
Oh, that's good.
I see it. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to play it for you guys real quick. And we do not own rights to the song. This is George Pheonix Bonds. He owns it.
I own the right. Yeah.
That's his stuff.
No, that's not it.
That's not it?
Not it. That's You Are My World.
I see it. Okay, that's what came up. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's another hit.
If you're hearing this, it's meant to be. So grab a.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Hang on. Let's go back. Okay, Why Can't You, right?
Correct.
So let's go here. So why isn't
He's playing all the hits.
it's just playing like different stuff. Hang on. Okay, if I can't get it there, where else can I get it? Because it's not giving me the choice. Hang on. Let me try like this. It's not letting me click on it. Hang on. View artists, like all songs. Okay, so I just liked all songs. Maybe it'll let me do it this way. Hey, Marlene.
We talked that up.
We did. We talked you up. We were saying very beautiful things about you, beautiful lady, beautiful lady. Okay, let's
Always,
see.
always, always positivity. Yes.
Yes. Now you said the song was called.
Why can't you?
Let's try this again. I'm gonna try playing. Is that it? It's not coming up.
All
Interesting.
right. Just go to YouTube and then type in George Pheonix Butter Pop. Right. We won't have no issues.
Okay. YouTube. And I need to find out why that's going on because I should be able to play whatever I want, right?
Once you click on like I think 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 songs, they send a commercial, and then that's why they give you a little delay.
Okay. So, okay, it's the first one that comes up.
Okay.
Y'all know that YouTube now gives a little commercial too before it starts.
Why do you judge me? Why do you use me? Why can't you leave me alone? Why do you judge me? These feelings alone. But why do you use me? Somehow confused how we got to this. All of the time that we spent. So how could you be the one to leave me alone? TikTok, I like the way your body rock, the way you kiss me. I know you love me, so don't you leave me. I know you need me. I don't wanna spend this night alone. Why can't you leave me alone?
Oh.
Why do you judge me? These feelings are wrong. So why do you use me? Why can't you leave me alone? Why do you judge me? These feelings are wrong. So why do you use me? I got the evidence that you are in my element. You're more than a woman because you are heaven sent. So won't you stay tonight? I know you do it right. Get up on top and take a flight. That's right. I can't believe I got your body on me. My love is more than love. You can't replace me. So don't you do it. I'm about to lose it. The way you work your body is better than a dream. Why can't you leave me alone? Why do you judge me?
All right, you guys want to listen to the rest of it? Y'all got it downloaded on Spotify. Purchase the album. You have the album for sale, or did you just drop?
You can stream it on
Okay.
you got iTunes, you got Spotify, you got iHeartRadio, you got YouTube.
Okay.
Whatever link you have on your phone, we got you covered. Everything, all the bases are covered.
I
George
know
Pheonix.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Now,
Yeah.
I like it. I like your style. I like your style. R&B lovers really, really can appreciate it. There you go. You see? Okay, then.
Okay.
You know, R&B.
Yeah.
I love R&B. It's actually I'm actually really happy Marlene was able to make this connection for this interview because I feel it. I feel it
Yeah.
1,000%. Now, let me
That's
ask you a
love.
question. So let's go back to Marlene. So Marlene was like, "No, you're a little rough on the edges." Well, she's not that. She's really nice, you guys. She's not gonna say it like that, but she's like, "Okay, go work on this and come back to me. Go work on this, come back to me. Go work on this." What happens after 5 years that you keep working on things, and what happens then?
Actually, I had took after the 5 years. I was like, man, maybe everybody just need to just stop altogether. And I took 3 months. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get vocal lessons because it was just, you know what I mean. I just my voice didn't graduate yet. So it just didn't graduate. And then my producer, C4, the producer, sent me that track, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to record no more. I said this could be the last song I do, and if this don't work, then I'm just gonna, I find another path. And I went in, and that was all one take. I one take it, and that's what came out. I was just got finished dealing with some personal stuff, and my emotion was high. I ain't gonna lie. And when I went in and recorded it, it just came out perfect. And that's it. That's all. This is a wrap now.
That's
Like
what's
that.
up. So you said when you say your emotions were high. Now you
Yeah.
know what I do is I interview, so you know I'm gonna try to get out of you what it is, right? So for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made those emotions go so high? The fact that you waited for 5 years, or was there actually something pushing you in your personal life that was like, no, I got to make sure that I hit this and I hit it right because I'm feeling this. You know what I mean?
Um. Well, the first part of it is not giving up. That was the first part of it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Because I don't give up on anything. I'm not a pushover.
that's right.
If I'm gonna find a way to get the job done, whatever the task is. So I say, okay, I got talent. I'm cool. I'm a cool guy. Whatever. But
Yes.
I don't let nothing defeat me. So that's why I really, really dedicated that last 3 months. And then, like I said, I wrote the song in about 15 minutes. Like I was just into it. So in turn, I said it's either go hard or go home. So I just went in, I knocked it out. But then at the same time, I was dealing with those struggles in my personal life, and how the breakup game go. And so I'm looking like, well, why can't you leave me? And that's where the song came from. I said, why can't you leave me alone? And I went in. That was on a
Yeah, no, it ain't
that was
that
on
easy when you were going through a breakup to be like, why can't you leave me alone? Because you thinking about that person
and that was
morning,
that was on a
lunch, and
Tuesday.
dinner.
That was on a Tuesday. I recorded the song on a Wednesday, and all the emotions just was right there. You know what I mean? So it was just like,
Yes.
why can't you leave me alone? That's the truth behind that's the truth behind that song right there, man. That's why it was so much emotion tied into it. So I can't even lie, man. Like it was real.
But you know what? You know what? And I do. You know, we've all been through our breakup, right? So we all understand that that's almost how it is. Just
Yeah.
as like, hey, you why can't you why can't I eat? Just leave me alone.
Uh,
I don't want to
why
think about you
can't
anymore. Get out of here. Get out of here, right? Get out of
yeah,
here. Because once you know that person's in your heart, that's what makes it
yeah.
so hard. We've all dealt with them breakups. You know how that is. You know how that is. Okay, so let's go into. So you talk about the song. Now I want to go back into who is George Pheonix Bonds before all of this happens. Tell me a little bit about your childhood, and what has brought you here to where you're at now.
Oh, okay. Uh, Childhood was amazing because I grew up with two other siblings in the house, mom and dad. Uh, Father started me off early in music. Just trying out, see what I could do. It was never no pressure because my father, did a little stretch in a rock band, and it didn't work out. And
You did what
but
kind of band?
rock,
Okay, rock band.
uh,
Like rock
uh,
too.
it didn't. Things didn't work out far as a band. I don't even think it lasted 30 days. He told me.
What? That
It's
means
real.
it really did. Like that means it was either real messy, right? It was
Yeah,
real messy, or it just didn't.
it
They
did.
didn't collaborate really good together.
Something didn't mesh. Something didn't mesh. But
And that happens.
what came out of it was he didn't know, but I had raw talent the whole time. But I had talent, but not knowing what to do with it. But that's not the direction he pushed me in. But he kept me around music, but he would never force that on me. So
Absolutely.
I worked early, working on cars, building motors, building transmissions. So I was always mechanically inclined, and I just that was my first tool. So then I was good with numbers. So I went to college for a while, did accounting. I said this ain't my thing. So you know, my second love was always trucks and heavy equipment. So I pulled more to the field of trucking. So I've been, doing trucking. That was my thing.
Trucking, and you guys, trucking will always turn around and give you pretty good money, probably more than he would have been making
Yeah, I
counting.
do pretty fast. I
Um,
do pretty fast.
Look at that, those three digits, three digits. I know what time it is. I know what time it is. I know a few good truck drivers and stuff. As a human rights activist, that's one of the ways I try to steer our clients. Right, I try to make sure that they get into something like that or construction because they're going to be guaranteed to make good money instead of going back in there. So we would try to make sure that they're rehabilitated.
Yeah.
But, so you're now driving trucks.
hmm Mechanic, driving trucks, and a full-time songwriter. So I work probably 12, 16 hours a day sometimes. I
Mhm.
get back in Baltimore, I record, work on new material. So it's work, 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 record, record, record.
Absolutely.
And that's just all I know. It's just music and trucking. Music and trucking.
That's what's up. That's
Getting
what's up.
myself, mentally and spiritually prepared for anything that comes my way for real.
Absolutely. And you have to. You have to.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's what will gives us our balance, right?
The balance,
Regardless
yeah.
what everybody spiritually does believe in, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm these people that I've learned everybody has their own walk. We have to let them have their walk and not be so judgmental. And maybe this world will be a better place being
Yeah.
that person, you know? So you turn around and you're writing music. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you, because I'm the type of person that when I do something right, I do it for me, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't
I
want
got
to
you.
share because I work so hard on it, and I
Yeah.
don't want to share it. And I wish I had the singing talent, but unfortunately I don't. Right?
Like,
So when you turn around and you go to write your music, do you ever sell it, or you're like, nah, man, I gotta hold on to this? It's good stuff. It's gonna be a hit.
you
It's
know
gonna
what?
be a hit. So I'm just wondering, like, how you do that.
I do like the 80-20 deal. It still got to be entertaining. So it can't be just my life on paper. So I do 80-20. I do 20% me and then, 80%, entertainment, it still got to be tasteful. You know what I mean? It can't be
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
about me. You know what I mean? Well, the name of the album was the Book of Pheonix, but I just mixed it in there just to give the people. I mean, because to give the vibe of a good song, it's gotta have feeling in it. You know what I mean? So anybody can write a song, but when it's sung, if you don't have that emotion attached to those lyrics, it's just another song on the radio, and I ain't want to be that. So I really I get into my music because if it's not real to me, how's somebody else going to accept it and be what they need? So I just use the music as an inspirational tool just to move people, and somebody else might be going through the same thing. So I feel like
Mhm.
if I went through it, somebody else might have went through it. If not today, tomorrow, maybe 3 years from then, that song might help them, get through something. So I try to put that passion into it.
So I have to ask. You sing R&B.
Yes.
Who inspired you the most in the game,
In the game, in the RB world.
R&B world? Yes, I had to ask. And there's so
Oh man,
many.
that's
There's
tough.
so many.
That's so many. But you know what? That's an easy. It's an easy answer for me though. It's an easy answer.
Okay.
Um, and it's a group, but the lead singer, my guy RL, man, yeah,
Mhm.
that's my guy. So, cause the same like how my style, cause I switch up the side of my songs with a little bit of the hip hop feel, and I never wanted my songs to be boring. So that's why I switch up inside of my songs to give you two sides of it. So it's just not just mellowed out, just harmony all the way through. I just kind of want to give you a upbeat and then smooth it back out. So that's the mixture. That's just my style because I don't want a song. I hate to put out a song and it's boring. Like you can't wait for it to go off. I want to give you a highs and lows to keep your attention and make my songs grab you. If I'm not feeling it, I won't even put a song out if I don't like it. Because if I don't like it, I have to expect you to like it. So
Absolutely.
I want
And so let me ask you a question though. I don't know too many R&B songs. Like y'all correct me, anybody out there watching and stuff, right? So I don't know too many R&B songs that turn around and you're like, this is garbage. I want to shut it off. Because I think they all kind of go personal. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, have you listened to a song that you're like, oh Lord, shut off yesterday?
No, no. Because you know what, the crazy part about it is you never knew what somebody was going through. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they just did that song like that because it worked, but
That's
for
what I'm
me,
saying.
yeah. I done heard a couple like skip. Skip. Like
That's
this,
not for me. That's not for
hey,
me.
hey, this what y'all putting out? Oh, listen, I know I'm gonna be good if this is what y'all putting out. I know I'm good then. Hey, well, that's what you got. Boy, give me 6 months, man. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
So let me ask you a question. You said your father, he had a band for about 30 days. He never pushed you.
No, never. No, never.
Do you think he saw the talent in you like at a young age and was like, there's something
The,
there?
the crazy part about it is, you know how you ride to the store with your parents and
Uh,
they got, the radio on and you
yes.
singing word for word and that's the crazy part about listening to the radio because that's produced, that's mastered, and you're in a car singing it full stream and not missing a note. So he was like, he probably was thinking like he got it, but I had a lot of people tell me, and this is the crazy thing, this is God honest truth. A lot of people always told me, you don't even know what you got. And I'm looking like, what are you talking about? And I felt like, what I'm saying? I always felt like I could be better. But people always say, man, you don't even know what you got, man. You're like, you have no idea what you're sitting on. I'm looking like, man, whatever, man. Because things wasn't working out great with Miss Marlene at the time. I'm looking like, man, I'm musically stressed out. Like I'm just going crazy. And like I said, it is really to that 5 years really made me a better man and a better singer. Like, and it made my music. If I didn't have the same vibe 5 years ago, so that time molded me and put me where I needed to be at mentally and physically. And it's just that's my time. It's time for me to do my thing.
So, shout out to Kira Devon. Shout out to Kira. Kira is from your town, in Baltimore, Maryland. And
Okay.
she's asking where you're from. So I don't know if maybe you all are somehow connected or what.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? Hi, Kara. That's all I can say is hi, but no, I don't know her. But from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised.
I knew it. I heard it and I felt it. That's what Kira
Uh,
says.
oh, so wait. Oh, I see the comments now. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, I see the comments now. Uh, I
He
guess
said
that is the
east side, east side.
east side. That's what it is. You already know. For sure, for
so
sure.
so your dad, he saw it, he never pushed it, right? Which I like that. I like parents that don't do that with their children,
Yeah.
because it should come natural to you what you want to do.
Look,
Never push
look
your
how long
children.
it took. Look how long it took. It
Absolutely.
took a while. But I would say it's worth the wait because sometimes when you're younger, you don't appreciate things of such
Yeah,
high value. So now
absolutely.
that I got a chance to mature and be, and mold myself into the great man that I am. I really appreciate it every single day. Like, because when I see all the countries and all the
Mhm.
different, what I mean, all different people that listen to it,
Mhm.
it trips my mind because all the countries, like it's 38 different countries on there, and then cities inside of those countries. And I'm looking at all these, like I'm just amazed, like what I mean, that my music can go from
So
Baltimore,
far.
Maryland, in the United States, and then
Absolutely.
send across the world. I'm like, wow, I'm speechless. Like, I appreciate every listener every time somebody listen or stream or bop their head or hit the like, but whatever they do, I appreciate that. That 3 minutes, you give me 3 minutes, I make you like me. You give me 10 minutes, I make you love me inside of
That's
my
what's up.
conversation.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But I am going to tell you though, and you're right, because it's happened to me even with my podcast, right? So when you see like somebody, because you're like, how did that get all the way over there? I'm just
Yeah.
little old me. And it's actually kind of like flattering, like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, so you
I,
see me, and then I'm
I got
feeling myself a lot more. And
exactly.
and my head's getting this big because you just motivated me to do more. But I saw like even in YouTube, you had a lot of views on that song alone.
Right.
Is that the first song that you actually dropped, or is there more, or is there more coming? What's going on with that? What's the update on that?
That's all. In all honesty, yes, that was the first one I released. Was Why Can't You? It was Why Can't You? Then I Want to Know Your Game, and then You're My World, and then Be With You. And now we're working on a release. I did a Christmas song also. I'm trying to go through the songs in my head, but I got a Christmas song coming out, brand new,
Okay,
brand new.
so I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret.
Okay,
I got a 17-year-old here
okay, okay,
who is special needs.
okay.
He loves R&B. He loves talent. He loves music. But Christmas music is his favorite.
Are
So
you
when you
serious?
go to drop it, let me know, because I guarantee you
Okay.
I will be hearing your song in my house at least 1,000 times a day. Anybody who
I
knows my baby knows that he is singing Feliz Navidad 365 days a year.
You
265
know
days a
what?
year. It's all year
What's
round.
your son
All year
name?
round.
If you don't
Huh?
mind, what's your son name? If you don't mind,
My son's name is
yeah.
Nathaniel. My son's name is
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Yes, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, I got one for coming straight from George Phoenix Bonds. Nathaniel, I got you, man. A brand new Christmas song, man. 365. It's Christmas, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like yo, like sometimes I'll be like on a meeting, or I'm talking to close people to me, and I'm like, guess what he's singing? And they start laughing. They're like, let me guess, Feliz Navidad. Sometimes it's even quiet. They're like, Feliz Navidad.
I love it,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, see, Kira knows. He's definitely, and so I'm dying to hear this, because he is gonna love it. Please let me know before you drop, or when you drop it, not
Yes,
before,
yes,
because I
it
guess you
is.
can't do that. But
And,
I'd like to
and
hear it.
working on. I'm really, really going to work hard to get the music video done also. So I'm really,
Oh,
really,
that's
really,
even more
really, really going
awesome.
to work hard for that.
Because
We
he
work
gets
night.
on YouTube, and he just you'll get a lot of views just from Nathaniel. I promise you.
Thank you, Nathaniel. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. George Phoenix Farms definitely appreciate it, man. Oh my God, I can imagine, man. He just played it all day long. It's such a nice. It's a relax. It gives you the vibe of when I wrote it. It gives you the vibe of like a office party. Real up
Okay.
tempo, real smooth, and the hook is also catchy. Yeah,
So
it's a real family song for sure.
that's good. That's good. And the holidays is a time where everybody's happy. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm real excited to hear that song from you.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there another song that you would like for me to play for the listeners? Because yeah, he can sing. He can sing. He can sing that R
Thank
and
you so
B.
much.
If you like R&B, you gonna like him. You gonna like him.
I definitely have one. This is the last. This is the latest release. Is George Phoenix Barnes. Is Be With
Mhm.
You.
Be with you.
Yes.
Okay, let me go there.
And this is one of my personal favorites. I gotta say that. That's one of my personal after Why Can't You? Because that was real personal for me. And this is the second favorite right here.
Real quick before it starts, yes, I'm gonna let you sing it as soon as you go on, so that they can hear it. They can be like, "Oh, I got to hear the real deal." Um, Guys, I want to say real quick, shout out to Crease Spotlight FM I've been waiting for you to let me interview you so that I can get the updates on these catches. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, guys, I'm about to play it now. And thank you for that, Tawanda. I am going
Every
to sing.
time I be with you, I fall
Fall
so
so deep in love, and when we do the things we do,
I
I
fall
fall so deep in love, 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 love.
so
So won't you come and be me
to
to
see
see
how I
how I feel? Yeah,
wanna learn about love. Come
come
sit
sit down.
and talk to me.
Talk to me, girl, we gon' be just fine.
Don't let
Don't let them bother you. Come and stay with me, girl. We can do this all the time.
my
My
heart
heart is yours. This is the place to be.
no time when it comes to our love. Every
Every
time
time I'll be with you.
I
I
fall
find
so
something want you come and sit with me and be with me to see how I feel. Oh my, she's so just mine. And baby girl is hypnotized by my mind. She's so dead to me. And we're just fine. And baby girl is so fine, so divine. Let's keep it clear, you see. And it's just me. Our love will stand more than a test of time. It's just you and me.
no time when it comes to our love.
All right,
Mm.
give us a taste. You did give us a taste live, but give us a taste, just you and be with you.
Every
Here you go.
time I be with you, I fall so won't you come and stay with me and be with me to see how I feel? Yeah. Hey,
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's me.
Hey.
Oh, it's me. It's real.
That just
Definitely
reminded me.
me.
That just reminded me about the verses. If you could do a verses with anybody, who would it be?
Uh, I'm not gonna battle my hometown guy Mario. I wouldn't do that. Uh, I can't do. It can't be a battle with Baltimore. I ain't gonna do that. I would say probably like Pleasure P or one of those guys. You know what I mean, somebody.
Okay.
I say about one of those guys in that range right there. Um, or probably Bobby V. I know I could battle. I could whoever, man. Like
Okay. Okay.
you know,
I got you.
I'm,
I got
I'm a
you.
I'm
And
a
what about the
I'm
old
a
school? What
competitor.
about the old school? Who from the old
I'm a
school? Huh?
competitive man. So whoever steps up, I'm a competitive guy. So whoever still, I mean, it don't matter.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. There's no number two. There's no number two here. I am number
Yeah,
one, and that's that. I will not take a second place position. And I think if we're that competitive, we will get what we need to get to in life. Let me ask
yeah.
you a question. If there's anybody from the old school
That
that you can go on a versus battle and be or no, let's do this. Y'all could sing a song together. You're like, yes, man, yes, I have to sing. They can be alive or dead. I have to sing
I
with
would
him.
say, if I could do a song live with an artist that's deceased, I would say, out of MJ and Teddy Pendergrass. It's
Okay.
far apart, but yeah, it's Teddy Pete, man, because his
Okay.
voice, man, his voice would grab people. So
Yes.
that that passion that he put in there, that emotion he put into his the way he sung songs,
Yes.
and then the creativity and the smoothness of MJ, and then the aggressive side, as far as what Teddy Pete got. So between those two, that's an easy pick. That's the easy pick, man.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you. That's super talent there. That would be,
yeah.
I would love to see something like that. A
That's what.
performance like that. We can have it, right?
Oh my God, man. Yeah, I be showing off like it's the last days. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's a lot.
That's
That's a
what's up.
lot of
That's what's
energy.
up. Who wouldn't, right? Who
That's a
wouldn't?
lot of. That's a lot of energy right there. Yeah, I'm
But
for
I
it.
know who wouldn't. And when you hear, right, and you think about the old school talent, and then you see you, right, because there is talent today. I'm not gonna say what a lot of people say. Oh no, there's no talent. This and that. And that.
Right.
No, there is talent. It's just different. It's a different
Yeah.
generation. So, but to hear your voice and hear that you're up there with them, um, you know, it's something that I could see becoming big within the industry of R&B. Would you be as cocky as a lot of this generation if you did make it uh, really, really, really famous?
No, I wouldn't say I'd be cocky. No, I would never get cocky, but I just let the music speak for itself. That's all.
Absolutely.
Like I let I mean, I let the music speak for itself because getting cocky, the faster you run up that ladder, the faster you might come back down.
Absolutely.
So I fall into where I need to be. I don't rush nothing, and I'm not in a rush to get nowhere. As long as I'm between 1 and 5, I'm cool with that ladder right there. 1 and 10, I'm cool with that ladder. Even if I'm in the top 20, I'm cool with that because as soon as you get to the number one, you only got one place to go, it's down. So I'm cool with the fluctuate. So I let my hard work and I let my music represent itself. And I just do the back end, I just do what I gotta do on the back end and to smooth everything else out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. If you guys have any questions for him or any comments, please feel free to keep commenting. To keep commenting. Now, um, when you turn around and you're like, uh, um, you mentioned before. Look, my song is playing here, or somebody says, I heard it from here. Or whatever, because sometimes you'll have followers, like send a message, I watch your show, I
Yeah.
listen to music. Where was the place that you were like, whoa, that is so awesome?
Yeah. I would say Iran,
Oh,
Iran, Mexico, South America, no, not South America, South Africa,
South
and
Africa.
Canada and Australia. That's the ones that I had to think. There's so many. I mean, it's so many on the list. Like the list is incredible. Like, I mean, oh my
That's
God, 38 different countries. That's just
that
so.
and that's really awesome. I had asked Prana the same question when I interviewed her, and she was like in Japan. I was
Yeah,
like,
Japan.
wow,
Yeah, oh yeah, big time over there. Big as much UK. The UK. Oh,
mhm.
they love me to death over there. UK is one of our next biggest countries for supporters. Is UK, and then I think it go to South America, the next biggest following, and oh my God, there's so many. But the United Kingdom, they really, really, really love me over there, and I'm just thankful, man. I'm beyond thankful. Like I appreciate every single person that saves my song and listens to it. So my thing was if somebody could wake up in the morning and play my song and that's how they start their day off, I feel like that's a really big goal of mine. It's like if you could start your day off listening to my song, that means the
That's
world to
up.
me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's personal. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I
yes,
really
sir.
like. I'm more than thankful and I'm more than appreciative. Like that's a personal goal of mine. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. Because and then you see it. So Kira has a question here for you.
Okay.
Um, where exactly are you located? Whatever you're willing to
All right.
share, right
Right
there.
here in Atlanta in this show
Any
date.
show dates, if you have anything planned out for any shows coming up in the future, and of course, Kira, I'm gonna show support. I always show love to everybody, especially if I've interviewed you on my platform. I gotta show love. I gotta show love.
Oh yeah. No show dates as of yet. We still working on that.
Okay.
But that's why I'm gonna try to do. I probably do some like one-on-one live recordings in the studio to give so they
Mhm.
can see that it's me and get a feeling of not just hearing a song in a still picture. So in the next month or two, I will be getting into that. Cause I've been
Okay.
crazy busy at work and crazy. I want to have enough music to keep y'all going and not put out one good song. Then I'm rushing trying to put out. So I wanted to have the music out first, and then I could shoot the content behind it, and
Yeah.
then we could start as far as shows. We can plan that out probably later this year or early next year, whichever show dates is available.
Now let
And
me ask
what's
you a
it?
question, because I'm connected to a few people in the entertainment industry. When I say that, I say movies and stuff, right?
Okay.
Um, would you be willing to share some of your music within some of these productions? Would that be something that you would dance with?
Oh yes, that's not a problem. Yes, I support anybody in the film industry because that go hand in hand with music. So that's like,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's right next door. So yes, if my music fit with their soundtrack or the vibe of that, or if I even have to write something to fit the scene, it's not a problem. So yes, that's where you contact Miss Marlene. She handled that part right there.
And she handles it good. I'll tell you,
Yes, she
Marlene,
does. She did
she's
not play.
awesome. I
I
met
love her dedication.
Marlene right before the pandemic, I believe so. And she's just such a beautiful soul. And I'm not just saying that. She
Yeah,
really is a beautiful soul. And, we don't meet too many genuine people in the industry, right? Uh, it's a doggy dog industry, all of it.
yeah,
The
and
whole thing, is just doggy
yeah,
dog. So, you have to be strong. You got to roll with the punches and take the good
yeah,
with the bad.
yeah. I second that notion. I I had I had other offers. I had other companies that wanted to work with me. And I was
Mhm.
like, nah, man. Even though I wasn't ready, but they wanted other companies did want to deal with me. I'm like, no, I didn't go for it because I felt like
Good.
in my heart this is where I want to be at.
Absolutely.
I just that's just the vibe that I had. Like whatever I got to do to get over this hump, this is what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
And I don't care how long it take, but I felt like if I would have went any other direction, it wouldn't have been the same. And it didn't feel the same when I was talking to other companies. They're looking like, nah, man, this is not it. The vibe wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can work with a company and feel like you're just a number. And you can
Mhm.
work with somebody and you feel like this is home. This is personal. This is where I want to be. You know what I mean? I feel like God don't push me in the wrong direction. And
Absolutely.
this is where I landed and this is where I'm staying at.
Absolutely. And it, so you're loyal, and that's a
Loyal,
big.
yeah. If you ain't loyal, then how can somebody trust you? Like if you're not dedicated to anything, your word is not solidified because now you're just a dancing dog. You know what I mean? So that's not my style. This is what
Absolutely.
my
I'm with
dedication.
you.
My dedication is what got me here. You know what I mean? My dedication and
There you
honesty
go.
and having one direction, not being spread out, that gets you where you need to be.
There you go. And that's what I ask myself, right? Like, how many times do we deal with people that they probably would have offered you a lot more money, right? Up front, right? But who was their loyalty to?
So they
Because
loyal
it was
to.
just to that second. And see,
Yeah,
I think you did the right thing. Just from 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 one person in the entertainment industry. I laugh because a lot of people call me a celebrity activist. I think it's
yeah,
funny, but it's not that serious. It's not that serious. But
yeah,
but I think that loyalty and most importantly that integrity, right?
right.
Being in this industry, you will succeed at what you do. And you will succeed even though it'll seem like it's harder to get there than other people because you're
Yeah,
doing the right thing. And you can sleep at
yeah.
night. So many of these people
Man,
cannot sleep at night.
anything come overnight, it can't be too good. So I'd rather take the long road than the short path and enjoy it that way because it'll feel better in the end. Taking a longer journey because you get to pick up more things along that journey and learn more things along that path to get to where you need at. And man, God ain't gonna push me in the wrong direction, so I know exactly where I'm supposed to be at because I go off of vibes and I read everything and not just with a book. So I know where I'm supposed to be at. This is home for me, man. I only deal with good people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I love that. And I'm sure that sometimes you'll make mistakes. I've done it
Yeah,
too. But just
that's how
roll
you
with the
learn,
punches.
though.
Yeah.
Nothing is perfect. That's why it's sunny days and rainy days. It's not going to be sunshine and then good weather all the time. So you got to go through the mud to get to a better place. So how can you appreciate good if you never dealt with anything bad?
That's right. Now let me ask you, in your whole life, from your
Okay.
birthday to now, how many songs have you written? And do you only write R&B? So first answer me how many songs, and then do you only write R&B music?
Okay. I wrote about, I'll say about 35 songs
Okay.
because I didn't, this is another story, behind the scenes story. I just wrote nothing, but I was a rapper at first. I used to rap.
Okay.
But I was doing we do club music here in Baltimore, and I was over my buddy house, and he had a studio in there, and I was doing a song, but it was a guy recording in front of me, so I'm sitting there chilling, waiting my turn, and I was singing along with what he was doing, and just so happened, Woody from Drew Hill was in the studio that day,
That's what's up.
and he tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey man, what's your name?" I'm like, it was just Pheonix. Then I'm like, "Man, it's Pheonix, man. What's going on?" He's like, I didn't know you could sing." I'm like, "Man, what you talking about, Woody?" And he said, "I didn't know you could sing, man." I'm like,
What you
"I ain't no
got?
singer. I'm a rapper, man. What you talking about?" He said, "Well,
Mhm.
what you was just doing when he was doing it?" I said, "I was just singing along with him." But he was like, "Nah, work on that, and you got something right there." So I ain't gonna lie, this is Woody from Drew Hill. After I left
That's
the
what's up.
studio, I called
Mhm.
everybody. I'm a singer now. I'm a singer. my head went like, woo, I'm a singer now. I couldn't sing a lick. But I could I could hold a note. That was it. I could hold a note, and that was it, man. I had sound like a bucket of loose change, man. But the guys, they work with me. Woody and a couple other guys. My good friend Evans, he's another vocalist. Um, they work with me, and I still couldn't get it. And so I see. I said, man, I'm gonna stick to the rap thing, man. I said, man, I'll try working with those guys. And I said, I can't do what they do. I said, I
Yeah.
ain't even gonna go that route. And just so happened, I wrote a song, and the way I wrote the hook, you kind of had to harmonize it a little bit. I'm looking like, wait a minute, what is that? And I was like, okay, now I might got something here. So then I had to figure out what works for me. I couldn't sing like those guys with what they was doing, but I had to figure out my own style and the range I could carry with my vocals. And this is my lane. So it took me a while to get it, but it was worth the wait, man. It's definitely worth the wait. And I'm happy. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now let me ask you a question. I'm gonna keep asking questions if you let me.
It's all right.
You say that you had to train. How, because I think people don't understand, even with acting and other stuff, you really have to pay a lot of money to do these things and to get good at it, right? On your time with private coaches, so forth. And I'm sure you're familiar with all of that in the
Mhm.
music industry. It's kind of the same thing in the entertainment industry. What did you how often, like how often in a week, in a month, whatever, are you taking classes, coaching, probably a lot of one-on-one, so that you can get
Okay.
that, you know, get good or better, right? Because you're already good. You just get better and better with your talent. So how often do you do that, and have you dropped a lot of money doing that?
No, I think I spent as far as financially, I think I probably spent about $100.
That's
I
really
took
good.
one I took one lesson, and I was like, I could do that myself. Cause I'm a do it yourself. So it's like if I see something done and how it's done, I can figure it out. So I just said I need to see how it's done, get an understanding of it. Cause I was just trying stuff. I said, all
Mhm.
right, I need to get the recipe. Once I got the recipe, then I add my mix to it. And I paid, I think I said $100, and then I practice at work while I'm in the truck,
Mhm.
thing walking around the house. I was like, and when I got it, I got locked in key. I said, this is my key. This is it. I train myself every day. I sing all the. I'm at work. I get the liberty of driving, so I get to play music. So I
Mhm.
can literally sing 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and that actually helped build up my vocals and everything. So it's not a problem. Like I train every day. Like when you into something, and my heart is into music, it's not something you just do when somebody call you, pick up the phone and want you to chip in or pitch in on a song. You do it every single day because that's just your life. So if you don't, when you get in what you're gonna get out of what you put into it. So you cheat
Absolutely.
yourself, it's gonna show on a song. If
Absolutely.
you if you half stepping, you gonna get half step product. So I don't want to waste the engineer time. I don't want to waste the radio station's time. I don't
Correct.
want to waste my money on sessions. I don't want to waste Miss Marlene time, all the work that she do for me. I don't want to. So I make sure I put my all into it. So when we go to radio stations, it's not a problem because like, okay, now we need this. This is a good song. You could
Yeah,
tell it was done right, recorded right, my vocals tight, my lyrics is tight, and it's ball game. It's a done deal.
absolutely. So you used to rap,
Yes.
living or dead. Who's your favorite rap artist?
Tupac,
it can be a band or it could be just a person.
Tupac Shakur, of course, Baltimore native.
Of course.
That's too easy. Go on from Baltimore. He went to the School of Arts, Baltimore, man. Of course, man. It's Tupac, man. It's not that just because he's from Baltimore. It's the energy and the
Absolutely.
aggressiveness he put into his music. It's the energy. Um, Hands down, Tupac. It's because he covered all the bases. Like I try to cover all the
Absolutely.
bases with my songs. He covered all the bases from you know the songs just for the women, the songs for the streets, the songs that wake you up mentally. So that's why I like to cover all bases. So that's why, like I was saying earlier, I don't just sing. That's why I put a little bit of hip hop feeling into it
Yeah.
just to switch it up. So I want everybody to have something inside of a song. But if it's just one smooth track, it's just one smooth track. That's how it's recorded or how I wrote it. But I try to mix it up to give everybody a different kind of feel so everybody can vibe with it. Like, oh, that's my part. That's my part. I like that part. So I know what I like. So I try to give people back the same thing because I got the liberty to write it and sing it and put it out that way.
Well, and not everybody could say I could do both, right? I can
Right.
sing. I can sing and I can rap. As I think that takes extra talent. So that's pretty cool. And I like who your pick. Well, no. I'm not gonna say I like. I love who your pick was. Will always be hands down for me the legend, the man. Like we can have a lot that are in between. There's a lot of great talent out there, but no one in this world, in my opinion, compares to the original Tupac Shakur. May he rest in peace.
Nobody touching him, man.
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Absolutely.
The body. I think he did 700 songs, and he was only 25, something like that.
Yes.
That's that's a lot. That's a lot of work in a short period of time. But that's a God given talent that you can't buy. So
Absolutely.
like I said, when people were telling me, man, you don't even know what you got, I'm looking like, man, whatever, man. I'm going back to driving my truck, man. Leave me alone. the whole time, the whole time I got this God given gift, man. I'm just sitting here walking around like it ain't nothing. But not knowing what I have, like I appreciate it every day that I get to record and write and get to this sing a song that makes somebody's day. Like that makes my day knowing I'm making somebody else's day.
Absolutely. And one thing that I say, there's something about, like, all of us in the industry, right? Like, you don't even see like how much attraction you have to you. And I'm starting to realize that now, because I always hear people saying, I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, it's something about you. There's just and I'm finally starting to realize it's like your talent. Like, it's just
Yeah,
something, you don't do it on purpose. You're always going to
yeah,
have haters because you have that light around you, right? You're always going
yeah,
to have all of that, but who cares, right? Because
yeah,
you're the man, or I know I'm the girl, you know what I'm saying? That type thing, or whoever with their talent. But there's
yeah.
just something about all of us that is just like gravitating to everybody. And could you agree to that, or does that make sense to you, like even when you see it in others?
It's funny because it's like I go off of vibes. Everything is a vibe with me. So I can walk in a room and change the whole vibe of a room and not even do it on purpose because I
Absolutely.
just got a different sight. I just view things differently. Like it could be six people looking this way. I'm looking this way. Like, well, why can't we do it this way? Or
Yeah. I
but
got
it's
you.
just
I got you. I understand
it's a
that.
natural
Totally, I
glow. Like
understand.
I'm not flamboyant with it though. I'm being extra just to get attention. I'm just naturally myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm a
Yeah.
cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a dark cloud over my head. I'm a cool dude. I'm always mellow. I'm always smiling. That's just my natural self. You know what I'm saying? So I can't control the energy that I got. It's a natural given energy. That's my vibe. So,
Yes.
negativity always gonna come from some kind of direction. But
Yes,
at
sir.
the end,
Yes, sir. Yes,
at the
I agree. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
at the end of the day, long as you can lay down with a smile on your face, even if you had a bad day, I literally had to check myself because I'm looking like, look at all that I got. And then not to weigh myself up with somebody else, but there's a lot of people that's extremely less fortunate than me, and look at all the gifts God gave me. Like, it's unbearable. Like, it's nothing that could match all the things that I've been blessed with. Like, there's no way.
Absolutely. And what you man, you hit that on the nose when you say that. You like it's like you just can't help your energy. I guess that's what I was trying to say. You just can't help it.
Can't
It's
help
just
it.
natural. And I'm like you, like everybody will be thinking a certain way, but I'm pretty stubborn, right? So you might be like that too. So I'm like, okay, well, no, I looked at it this way, but this way is different than what y'all are seeing. So this
Yeah,
way is the right way. Man, I get you. Trust me, I get you.
yeah. I'm gonna try my way first, and then I might gotta come that way. But I'm gonna try my way
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Now
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the George way, even if it's a little rougher. We're gonna do it the George way.
Man, I thought I was the only one. Man, I thought I was the only one.
Nah, man. That's that
Now I'm gonna
Libra thing.
ask you because I'm interviewing you, right?
Okay.
If there's anybody in this world that you're like, man, I would love for you to interview me, who is that?
You.
Ah! Good answer. Good answer. Lunchtime with Anna. You see, you heard it right here. Lunchtime with Anna. You heard it right here. Lunchtime with Anna. So, but all joking aside, if you can interview with anybody, that was the greatest answer you could ever give. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Tell you. But who do you think it would be that you're like, wow, I never in a million years would have thought that I get an interview with this person?
Of course, Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
Oprah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you got an interview with Oprah Winfrey, that is the girl. If you got an interview with her, you are the man or the girl. Hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because
And
she
then
is
at
not
Elite
interviewing
Oprah, you gotta go
and
to
giving
Dr.
us the
Phil.
time.
That Elite Oprah show, you gotta go around the corner to Dr. Phil's.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah, they
love it.
hand in
Love it.
hand. Yeah, they hand in hand.
Yes, yes. I love it. But yeah, that was a great one. Now, so you say you're working on your on Christmas song.
It's
What else
finished.
can we be expecting in the near future from you?
The Christmas song is done. The title is "I Can't Wait Until It's Christmas." So it's a nice song. I really love that song.
Okay.
The follow up to that is I was watching I believe CNN one day. I had a chance to sit down for 15 minutes, and that's when the war first started off over there, and I had a moment
Okay.
like, wow, you know what I mean? I'm in a house chilling, and they don't even have a house to go to. So I actually wrote a song for Ukraine. Um, that was real personal to me. So I had a chance. I went in and knocked it out. Um, yeah, that'll be the follow up to the Christmas song. If
Okay.
if it line up with everything with what we're doing, that's definitely coming out 2023 though.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to hearing that. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to.
that's real. That's personal. Yeah, that's definitely a personal. That's actually one of the longest songs I wrote. Is actually 4 minutes. That was real. I had a moment. I just started writing and I wrote it. I was like, yeah, I need to get this out. I called Ms. Marlene. She said it was a great idea. Everybody agreed with it on the team, and I went in and punched it, and I did that in one take. It was personal. It was personal. So I felt that. So you should have had to wake up and get extorted from your house or your windows blown out,
Absolutely.
and just because somebody has a problem with greed and selfishness, it just it's just unacceptable. So I just felt like to send that kind of energy over there to kind of make those guys, give some kind of uplift or uptick, you know what I mean? So just to put a smile on somebody's face, or it was a personal message for me to anybody that's going to do that kind of madness anywhere in the
Absolutely.
world. Like, but yeah, I did send a personal song. I wrote a personal song just for Ukraine.
That's awesome. You know that they're messaging me with other questions for you. I got two more
Oh
here.
wow.
I got two more here.
Okay.
First one is, how old are you? And the second one is, are you married? or are you single?
I'm definitely grown. I'm
Good
definitely grown adult
answer.
male.
Good answer.
I'm definitely grown adult male for sure. No, I'm not married. No, I'm not. There's still got a little bit of freedom here. Like the hang on right
Ladies,
song, but
just a tad, ladies,
a little
ladies,
bit, man.
just a tad.
A little bit of freedom, man. Dealing with the highs and lows like a drama, you never know what's going to happen. But
Absolutely.
honestly, that dedication of being there for somebody for the rest of my life. So I can't wait to get married. That's a beautiful thing, I feel like. But I'm just not going to give that part of me away to anybody. So it's definitely got to be somebody special for me to, lock that down with. And I would hate to be married and we have two different outlooks or views on life. So I will want to have kind of a similar path to my wife and the things
Yeah,
that she's into. So it won't
yeah,
be a tug of war. And I don't want madness. This is something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. It's got to be perfect. And no marriage is perfect, but I at least want to have a like-minded queen on the other side of me. That's all.
absolutely. And I think that that's the secret, right? Finding somebody who has a lot of your views in a lot of
Yeah.
ways, right? Sometimes we can be deceived and think that
I feel
because our
like, yeah, it's
hearts
only
aren't
fair.
into.
It's only fair because I don't want my life because I'm a pretty out there guy. So I don't want my life to feel like I'm overshadowing my wife's ideas. I would hate that. I wouldn't feel like a man if my life is more important than yours, or you feel like, well, you got to do this, you go do that because you got to do this. I don't want to be that
Mhm.
guy. I want my wife to feel just as valued as me because my wife is more important to me because that's my heart. So if I'm giving you everything I got, you got to be happy. So if I
Absolutely.
feel like I know I'm not the man for you, then I just want to be with you because that's not fair for just because I like you. I'm not going to steal your world just because I have a crush on you.
Absolutely. And, marriage is a lot of work. Marriage is a
Yeah,
lot of work.
facts.
Especially when you're one of these people that's like, okay, we're not going to get divorced. We're going to think about this and we're going to walk through this
Yeah,
no matter how much
I
we
don't even
hate
want to.
each other.
I don't even want to think about the hardest trouble I ever want to give my wife is picking food. That's it. That's the
That's
only
what's
trouble I
up.
want. That's the only trouble I want my wife to have is where we're going to eat at today or what we want to eat because I know how to cook. So I'll have no problem cooking for my wife when I get to that point. I will cook for her every day of my life. You know what I mean? So just to support my wife
Look
because
at that, ladies. You heard it here. You heard
when
it
I get
here.
married, she gets everything, man. She gets everything. You know what I mean? I already know how to build a house and fix a car. So she gets everything. My wife will get the world if I can give it to her. So I honestly can't wait. I'm scared of it because I want to love my wife that much. I'm taking my time, but I just can't wait to give that unconditional love to just one person for the rest of my life. I feel like that's dope.
And one thing that I've learned is a guy can, and this is the honest to God truth, a guy can have 10 women, right?
Mm,
And then he'll turn around and he'll just meet one and it just changes everything. It
yeah,
changes the whole game. And so I understand where you're coming from when you say that because it is the nature of a man. And I think deep down inside, all men, as well as all women want to find Prince Charming
yeah.
or their king. All men want to find their princess or their queen. You know what I'm saying? So I totally feel you on that. And, so you didn't get away from the second question. Don't think I forgot. How old are you?
Uh, I w- I'm gonna say it in a joking way. I was born in the 1900s.
Oh, he was born in the 1900s. I can't, I can't stand that about this generation, you guys. I cannot stand that about this. I'm like, what is the 1900s? Like, that's old.
I was born in the 1900s, man.
Okay, okay. Another one from the 1900s. So you didn't escape this generation. You didn't
Yeah,
escape this
I was born
generation.
in. I'm old enough to have a driver's license.
I'm old
and
enough to vote, Anna. I'm old enough to vote.
yeah, I'm old enough to vote, man. I can I can get an apartment in my name.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I got a little credit. I got a little
I got a
credit.
little bit of credit, yeah. I got it. I got just enough credit. I can't even buy air, but it's cool. Oh man.
So that that answered your question. If there's anything else y'all like to ask, feel free to message me or write it down. I guess they were a little bit shy to
That's cool, man. You got me over here crying, laughing, man.
to message it to you. Now, on a different note, out of all of this journey, what has been the most pivotal, like the most, I would say, the experience that just made you say, this was life changing? It's time for me to just focus on this because I'm going to do this. What was that for you?
Um, I What it really turned for me was, like I said, when my producer he gave me that track, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, he sent me five, honestly, and he said I got five. I'm ready, ready to do my thing with them. I'm like, all right. He said, man, just pick one or pick two, whatever you want, and we'll work it out. I'm like, okay. As soon as I heard the first 3 seconds of it, I called him right back. I said, I want this one, and I said, you know what, this is not a mistake. And I said, it was the energy was sent through him, and when he called me with it, I said, okay, this is no turning back now. And when I put it out and I got the response that I got, I was like, this is it. There's no turning back because this is not a mistake. And I wasn't even interested no more. Like, I literally had just landed another contract with my job, and I was like, this is just gonna be me for the rest of life. I'm just gonna be, drive a truck. I love my job anyway. Music was a gift, a hidden gift, and it was just a hobby at first. And then once I took it serious, music took me serious. So I locked in, and I said, you know what, I can't be fake with it for sure. So I gave it my all for the last time, and I hit a home run.
Awesome. Awesome.
So I'm thankful, man. I think everybody. It ain't just me. I write the songs, yes, but it ain't just me, man.
It's a whole
It be the
team.
people in the background that push you, and the things you go through that mold you and put you in the right position to for it to be the perfect time for everything to come together. And when Miss Marlene answered back to me and said, I still love to work with you. I said, man, this is it, man. We're going full throttle, man. There ain't no turning back. And this is where we at, man. And I get to be on this interview with you.
Man, thank you for that. But I'm gonna share you to a couple of the other people that I know that do interviews out there that I think would be a
Okay.
great connection, because I'm gonna tell you, you are very easy to interview. Uh, you have that energy, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I've ever had an interview that it gets awkward because I like to talk anyways. I'm Boricua. I'm Puerto Rican. That's what we do. We like we like to talk
Mamacita,
really loud.
mamacita,
That's what we are, huh?
mamacita. Where you at, man? Donovan? Okay.
That's who we are as
Yeah.
people, So and while I'm talking about Puerto Rico, shout out to my people of Puerto Rico who have been overcharged for the electricity.
Oh,
And
wow.
we as a people always stick together. And that's what I tell people, do what Puerto Ricans do. So now this company from Canada all of a sudden decided they wanted to go down on the prices because the people went right over to the capital and are sitting there having a party like Puerto Ricans like to do. And if you've ever been to a Puerto Rican party, there's no party like a Puerto Rican party.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta get carried out of there. Like, man, it's still partying.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want to go home, man. How do you know my car at? You see my car? It's like, I got these keys right here. Go to it.
That's right. That's right. But you know what? We're very loving people, but I try to
Right.
tell our people out here in the mainland to do the same, to take that advice, and you watch how things change, but you have to do it in huge numbers.
Yeah.
You cannot let others overcome you as the people. Um, so shout out to my people in Puerto Rico, Huepa, to each and every
Shout
one
out
of
to Puerto Rico. You already know, man. They play me down there. They play me down there. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Y'all on
And
the list of the
they do.
38.
I love it. I love it. And whenever you do plan concerts, they have a lot of artists from the United States perform there in
Okay.
Puerto Rico. And you'll be surprised, like a lot of the reggaetoneros out there say that Europe is who backs them up the most. Like you would think it's out here, but it's
Yeah.
actually Europe that they're like, man, I make a killing out in Europe. I
Yeah.
have these concerts all the time over there. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, because it's the opposite. It's always the opposite. So
Yeah.
just like we play a lot of Puerto Rican up here, music up here. Is the
Mhm.
opposite. They play a lot of American music down there. It's just the same. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the opposite.
Yeah.
Just having a different vibe and different style of culture music. You get to blend both those. It's a perfect mix. It's a perfect
Absolutely.
mix for sure.
Absolutely. So now I have to ask, are there any final thoughts, anything extra you'd like to say before we wrap up this interview? This interview has been wonderful. You are a great person to interview. I would like that if you would promise me this, and I promise you, I'll give you Nathaniel to sit here and give his first opinion on your song. If you would like, when the song drops, if you could please let me interview you, I would greatly
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
it.
You'll be one of the first people we contact and reach out to. You'll be the
Okay.
first on the list. Just for my man Nathaniel over there. I gotta do it for him, man. I gotta do it for my man. I already know you're gonna hear it 365, so he getting it first. He getting it first, man. Nathaniel, you'll get an email from George Pheonix Bars with a Christmas song on there, man. I got you, homie. We got you all the way from Baltimore, man. We got you covered, man. Like your favorite blanket. We got you.
And the cool thing about it is with Nathaniel, and I have to say it, in the entertainment industry, everybody loves Nathaniel.
Yeah.
With my activism, everybody loves Nathaniel. My personal family, friends, they absolutely love Nathaniel. But he's just a ball of energy. He's just a
Yeah.
ball of energy. So I personally, I wouldn't have it. There she goes. I love it, Kira. If you know, you know. Laugh aloud. You have to know. You have to know. You
Yeah.
have to know my household. You have to know Nathaniel to know. Kira knows. And, a lot of people will actually say, and I lie to you not, he's actually a really good singer. He's
Oh wow.
actually a really good singer.
So you got some vocals over there, Nathaniel. Okay. I got
He's
competition
actually a
over
really good singer, but he only
there.
sings when he
Nathaniel,
wants to
I,
sing,
I
not
gotta
when
do a
you
verse.
want him. No.
I got competition over there,
You
Nathaniel. What's
do.
going on?
Yes. See, he was saying it. Yes, you do. You have huge competition because let me tell you, but he's only going to sing what he wants to sing. Like, he just comes up with the coolest songs. So
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
I love it. Yes, I love that, Marlene. I
So
love
sorry, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, I need you on the backup vocals, man. Hold me down. Hold me down, homie. I
telling
love
you,
it.
you guys will love him, but I will have him here on the next interview. We might get his attention for about 5 minutes,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
hey,
fine.
we'll
Yeah,
have
yeah.
him here. And I wanted to ask you, are there any final thoughts that you have before we wrap up this interview, man? I thank you so much for coming on here, man. This has been a
It
great
was. It was.
interview. I've been laughing, great energy, great energy.
Yeah, look at my location. It was meant to happen. Look where I'm at.
Wow,
I get to
beautiful.
relax. I get to relax and talk to you guys, man. It's dope, man. It was meant to happen. But with the time I left my house this morning to now, it was just meant to happen. So it's dope, man. I had a great time, man. I was it's counting, man. We had a good time. I said anybody can hold a conversation that long. It was a good vibe, man. So I'm just thankful for my team. Thankful for an amazing interview. And thank God for blessing me with a voice to entertain y'all. Um, there's no more I could ask for, man. Just I'm appreciative of everything, every minute, every second. So I'm, I had to end with that for sure.
Absolutely. And, again, please come back.
Oh yeah, no
Please,
problem. Yeah, no doubt.
please do not skip Lunchtime with Anna. Marlene will make sure, I know Marlene will make sure that you don't forget it because I really would like to have you back for the holidays. It'll
Yes,
actually
yes.
be perfect because Nathaniel will turn 18 around the holidays. His birthday's
Oh wow. Oh
around
man, definitely.
Christmas songs.
Yeah. Since we released the first week, man, you got the first. You can play it live on your radio show, man. We got you, man. I'm gonna be live on the
Awesome.
interview. I'm not gonna call it
Awesome.
our video wait until we get that reaction, and I'm gonna work my tail off to get the video done because I got an amazing idea for the video. I'm trying not to forget nothing. So yes, you definitely have it first. You definitely have it first live, live,
Thank
live,
you. Thank you.
live,
I
man. I
appreciate
got you,
that.
man. Knowing that he loved that Christmas, that's his favorite music, his favorite style of music. I definitely got you first. Yeah,
Okay.
straight,
I
straight from
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because it is just it's just like I said, you'd have to meet him to know. And I promise that
Yeah.
I'll give you guys Nathaniel to be here for that interview. Now, the last thing
Okay.
I wanted to say before we go, you said that you're going to try your hardest to have the video out and ready. So what I'll
Mhm.
do is I'll be set up and we'll actually air the video from here if you'd like.
Okay.
And we'll make sure that we give it some promo when you come up next, so that we can have, because I really think you're super talented, just
Thank you
my
so much.
opinion, and I believe, not even I think, I believe, and I know that you will succeed in what you do because the talent is there. And I don't say that about just anybody. You really
I
are
appreciate that.
talented.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
I'm a
that.
little biased because R&B is my favorite music. So
Hey, hey, hey! I'm happy that it is. That's my genre. I'm happy that it is. So
and so
I
I'll get
got,
with
I got.
Marlene to connect you with a few of the other people that I know in the entertainment industry that give out interviews and stuff. Because I really think you deserve that opportunity to get more exposure out there as much as
Thank you
possible.
so much.
As
Yeah.
many of us
Thank you. Thank you.
can. All
Thank
right.
you. I appreciate that.
Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on. I appreciate you for coming on. Have
You're
a good
welcome,
one.
man. You're welcome. You're welcome 1,000 times, man. I'm always here.
Take
I
care.
got
And we'll see you
you. Take
guys
care.
next week on Lunchtime with Anna. I believe I'm interviewing a client, family who has a life sentence, and you guys will hear about that story. So I will see you guys next Wednesday. Don't forget that tomorrow evening at 7:30, we will be airing Meeting of the Minds. The topic is, can an attractive man and an attractive woman be friends? And you can imagine where those questions are going. So, this is where we're going to have the meeting of the minds, all different walks of life, all different religious beliefs, but because we want to get our minds going. So, if you guys have the time to log in and listen to Meeting of the Minds. No problem, Marlene. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye bye. See you.